Why did you go back to Carmel?
Yeah, so Geno Smith basically just led the boys on quite the drive. But we got the Seahawks up 7-0.
Who got the tutty for them?
I didn't see it.
That's crucial info.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
So can you check the stats?
I can't check the stats.
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess I can check the stats.
What's stopping it?
It's not working.
God, this is devastating.
All right, whatever. There's a play happening here.
Absolutely.
All right, so moving on to the next pick.
Yeah.
We got the Ravens and the Browns. Nice divisional matchup. Bacon, lettuce, tomato Ravens against the Cleveland Browns.
The BLT Ravens.
Yeah, we got the BLT Ravens.
I don't like anything from this game.
It
might be like 10-7.
I like. We don't know if Tyler Huntley's playing yet.
God.
He is assumed to be playing. Niners 3 and out.
Oh God, not looking good.
0 yards. Fair catch.
12th man looking menacing as expected.
Yeah. So for this game, there's really not much to expect.
I mean, the Ravens.
J.K. Dobbins.
He looked pretty good-ish. The Browns. Deshaun looked fine. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the Ravens are like, what, 9-4? That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
I mean, Harbaugh's a great coach.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what he does year in, year out. It really is. Wow. They should feed Ken Walker.
No, they should. Oh, they're dropping back to pass. Gino.
Nice completion.
Marquise.
Wow. The Seahawks, they're
Gino's 7 for 7, 56 yards with a touchdown to start.
Seahawks are building something.
That's vintage Gino.
Vintage Gino. That's West Virginia Mountaineer Gino.
Yeah. So since this game kind of sucks, we'll move into the Dolphins Bills, which honestly, I like the under.
Here's something interesting that I read. The Dolphins, where did they play last week?
LA.
What did they bring with them onto the sidelines?
Heaters.
What temperature was it?
60 degrees.
55 degrees.
What temperature is it supposed to be? Is it Saturday or Sunday night? Saturday night in Buffalo.
5 degrees.
Freezing. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's going to be cold. Oh my God. What are they going to do?
The Dolphins are screwed.
That's preposterous.
The Dolphins are screwed.
But the Dolphins, while they might be screwed, you know who's not screwed?
The Bills.
The Bills. Josh Allen, his over is only 260.5.
I actually like his over rushing yards.
I don't hate that.
Carries and rushing yards.
I like that. But I just like the offense as a whole to get back in sync this week because they looked.
Did you hear what the reporter said to Josh Allen after the game?
What?
They said, this offense doesn't look like it's capable of winning the Super Bowl. He said, okay.
Yeah, so I think he's going to fix that this week. And that's why, I mean, I like to stack him with Stephon Diggs. He's only at 67.5 for his
He had a bad week last week, too.
Yeah, so I like both of them to bounce back, that connection to be strong. The Dolphins' defense has not looked that good the last 2 weeks.
No, they haven't. And the Dolphins have kind of been struggling.
Yeah.
You know, everyone was high on the Tua train earlier in the season. Maybe the Dolphins are just a warm weather team.
I mean, those uniforms look horrible. Absolutely candy ass. Absolutely candy ass.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a soft team, too. Like, the way that they're built, like, they're not really predicated on toughness.
Or running the football.
Yeah.
Defensive line, offensive line. No, they're a big, big play, aired out team.
Yeah.
We saw
it worked early in the season.
The Chargers against the Dolphins last week on Monday Night Football, they were, like, high in receivers, so Tua couldn't throw to the inside. They were making throw at 2 outs. They were making Tua throw outside the numbers.
Yeah.
And that's not something he's traditionally very good at.
He was struggling.
Yeah, so we'll see if he can adjust going into the Bills game, which is a huge matchup for the division. And I
think the Bills have got this one.
I do too.
Revenge game at home, cold weather.
Yeah, the episode you were out, Jimmy and I talked about the Bills' win total for the season and how it was 12.5. They had to go 5-1 the rest of the season. I didn't think they could do it, but they're looking.
It's looking possible.
Yeah, it is looking possible.
I mean,
for them to
what
get
is
to 13
13-4 though? Is that good?
It's ugly.
13-3, like that's the best team in the conference.
Right.
13-4.
They were talking about this on part of my take. Yesterday.
Really? What do they say?
Big Cat was like, a 10-win team doesn't impress me anymore because 10-6 is way more impressive than 10-7.
10-7. Yeah.
I guess his 11 is the new 10.
11-6 though is like that's still not good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. No, that's like
11-6 is the new 10-6.
Wow.
I guess
12-5.
to impress me, it's about the losses, not the wins. The lack of losses, not the variety of wins.
Not the higher number of wins.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean the loss is probably worth more than a win in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. What about a tie?
I hate ties.
I actually heard, I don't remember who said this, but somebody, I think it was Rico Bosco, Ken Walker rushing touchdown. I think it was Rico Bosco who said that if a team ties in the regular season, the second, and they play again in the regular season, the second game should count for 2 wins.
Oh, yes. I've heard this before too. That would be electric.
Like the Commanders and the Giants game would have 2 wins on the line.
That like basically
and the Texans game, week 18 would have 2 wins on the line.
Yeah, imagine if the Texans accidentally won that.
Or no, imagine if the Colts would have made the playoffs getting 2 wins.
I mean, they're not making the playoffs. You're thinking the Texans could fuck themselves out of the first overall pick.
I know, by getting 2 wins at once.
And jumping
tripling their win total in one game.
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
No.
Well, Seahawks up 14-0 quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
I mean, the first quarter's almost over. It's not that
So we like the first quarter over in this game.
First quarter Seahawks.
Just so everyone knows, we are taking every single pick that this mountain is in. The rest of us, because of last week.
Yeah.
So moving on to the Falcons and the Saints game. I don't like this game.
Yeah, but do you know who's scoring a touchdown in this game? Yeah. Just visualize it. Who is it?
Cordero Patterson.
No, come on.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know why, but in my head, I just see him always playing well against the Falcons. I think he has played well against them in the past, right?
Yeah. He plays well against them except for one.
Yeah, but specifically the Falcons.
Is that who we had the 55-point game?
I think so.
On Thanksgiving a few years ago.
That was the Vikings.
That was the Vikings, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically he's going to score a touchdown. That's all I've got written down for this game. Desmond Ridder is starting for the Falcons. Mariota's done. We're done with the Mariota experience. I think that could be interesting for their offense. I mean, London is still good. They still have a bunch of running backs.
I like London.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Desmond Ritter will probably be better
Have
for
the
the
Falcons
receivers.
played a London game?
I don't know.
When they
London and London.
Right. When they do the headlines, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. It will be.
In London.
I mean, the Falcons, they just got to see if they have something in Ritter. I mean, their offense should be good next year with Pitts. And
they
London.
have to see if they have something in Ritter.
Mariota got surgeries out for the year. So they'll find out one way or another.
So next up, we heard Zach make a pick in this game, but we got the Lions and the Jets. Oh, wow. Purdy got sacked on the 5. It's 3rd and 30 for Purdy.
Wow. The Seahawks have come out absolutely fired. Wouldn't be surprised if it went just like this.
I
think America would be surprised, but I wouldn't be.
Purdy is getting grilled back here. It's 3rd sack already. What's happening? 3rd and 30. Let's see what the Niners draw.
30.
But
Lions, Jets.
we heard Zach pick Garrett Wilson to make a touchdown, to score a touchdown earlier. I like that pick as well, but I kind of like the Lions to stay hot in this game. Oh, McCaffrey, 1-yard rush on 3rd and 30.
Not great. I mean, the thing is, I think the Lions are probably some of the best football in the entire NFL right now.
I agree. They're inspired.
But the Jets are good too. The issue. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Their defense is just legit. I mean, they keep on they fluster Josh Allen, which nobody does.
Yeah. Well, actually, everyone does that this year. He's leading the league in interceptions, I think, or second.
But he was
No, I get what you're saying.
He's leading the league in fluster rate.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, the issue I have with the Jets, there is legitimate possibility that Mike White is pretty to seriously hurt.
Well, did you hear your post-game presser?
No.
He's not hurt.
Oh, wow. He's not hurt.
Yeah.
He looked bad. It looks like he's always one hit away from going straight to the hospital.
According to Mike White, there was a 0% chance he wasn't finishing the game.
Be that as it may, like he literally looked one hit away from the hospital at all times.
I agree.
Guess who the Jets activated as their backup?
Who? Zach Wilson?
Yeah. If Zach Wilson steps foot into this game, the Lions are winning.
The Lions are winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like,
Oh, Ken Walker, 4 for 33, Cutter.
he's looking good. He's looking great. But, yeah. So I like the Lions. The Jets, they're feisty. I think this is going to be lower scoring than people might anticipate. But the
Right.
Lions have a little too much firepower with the combination of
I like
injured
Bam Knight.
White and Zach Wilson not getting it done.
I like Bam Knight.
I like Bam Knight, too. I just think the Lions have been stingy. You're not respecting the Lions.
I like the Lions. I think they're a better team than the Jets. But I'm going to speak
Terrible.
I'm going to speak the Bam Knight touchdown into
Yeah.
existence because I need it.
Yeah, there was no vision on that.
I mean, do I play? Big question, if for all you viewers. Do I play Bam Knight if T. Higgins is active in my flex?
You can't play T. Higgins after the shenanigans last week.
I know, but it's like, what if he plays fully and it has a great week?
Did we talk about that?
Those were some all-time shenanigans from Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
Did you hear that T. Higgins apparently snuck onto the field?
I heard that too.
That's like, apparently he like wasn't supposed to play, sneaks onto the field for the first play, and then like they took him back out because that was like the game plan was for him to not play.
You're kidding.
I think
That's ridiculous.
that's
T.
what I
Higgins-
read. I don't know if that's actually true.
If that's true, T. Higgins screwed over so many bettors
Yeah.
because it's like play one snap to be active.
That's what I'm
for the
saying.
bet to be active. Like,
Yeah.
That's so screwed.
Yeah.
Damn, T. Higgins is on my bench. I hope he doesn't play. I hope he doesn't play though. I hope he plays and sucks.
That'd be great. Great
On
for
my
you.
bench. Yeah. So America's game of the week: Steelers Panthers.
Crickets. I
Yeah.
don't think
This week is just like
There's a lot of
the
tough
NFL
games.
screwed us for fantasy football. Like they're seriously, the matchups this week are ridiculous. Like no one's watching Cardinals Broncos. No one's watching Patriots Raiders. No one's watching Titans Chargers. Like all these games are abysmal.
This is another terrible game.
Yeah.
But the Panthers are one game out of the playoffs.
This is ridiculous.
And they beat the
You
Bucks head to
fire
head
your
already.
head coach, trade Baker Mayfield, start winning. Easy enough.
I mean, they're not really winning.
start not losing.
Yeah, they're what, like
5-8.
yeah, something like that.
But the Bucks are just so
Like-
bad too. Touchdown. Oh, DK stepped out at the 2.
You know who they're about to give it to?
Ken.
Yeah.
So-
Betcha.
So are we about to bet Ken Walker
Those
over 2 touchdowns?
Dude, how does he not score a touchdown here? Terrible body
Yeah,
control. Can't
seriously.
turn. Only can run in straight
Good
line.
thing I'm playing against him.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to bet on anyone for this entire game.
I seriously don't either. I mean, that's the same thing with this next game.
Maybe the
talking
under.
about.
The under.
Maybe every under.
Yeah.
Ken Walker play action. Oh,
Terrible.
no way. Gino
Yeah.
throws it away.
Oh wow.
Noah Fant.
I'll be right
It's
back.
4th and 2. Shaw will be right back.
Bring a tissue.
He's getting a tissue. So while Shaw gets a tissue, we'll move on to the Dallas Cowboys and Jacksonville Jaguars. The games this week aren't particularly good. Jason Myers lining up for a 19-yard field goal, 20-yard field goal to put the Seahawks up 17-0.
Over field goals.
Jason Myers over points. Right now he has 5 points scored in the first half.
That's the league.
The Seahawks are up 17-0.
No touchdown for
No touchdown. Stuffed.
with Ken Walker.
Yeah.
That's devastating, dudes. Absolutely devastating for Ken Walker fantasy owners.
Well, I'm a
everywhere.
Jason Myers fantasy owner, so I'd like to see that.
So you appreciated that.
Yeah.
So we're on to the Cowboys and the Jaguars,
Yeah.
and I have a surprise pick for this one.
What is it?
ETN over. I have this written down somewhere. 52.5. It's pretty low because he's been absolutely abysmal the last 2 weeks. But he's gotten 15 plus touches in back.
I don't know how I feel about this one, dude.
It's called a buy low. It's called a buy low.
Buy low.
He's at his absolute worst.
I've uncontrollably slouched into my chair.
I'm telling you, he's looked bad the last 2 games, but he's getting the touches, and the Cowboys' run defense isn't as good as people think.
The Cowboys are fraudulent.
I don't know if they're fraudulent, but their run defense is not the best. ETN's still getting the touches. He's gotten 15 touches the last 2 games. Like if he averages 3.5 yards, the Seahawks are jumping on him.
We still want McCaffrey?
No, not after what I'm seeing unfolding here tonight.
This is crazy. They have negative 16 yards.
Yeah.
Negative 21 passing yards. 5 run. This is ridiculous.
It's
Absolute domination from Seattle here in the opening half.
Write that down.
Seahawks first half money line. Oh,
Yeah.
Purdy with the snap.
Well, Devo's playing.
No, he's not. That's Jawan Jennings.
Oh, wow.
It's Jawan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings.
Beast. I don't know.
No, that probably was Devo.
Who knows?
No, it was. It's a Samuel.
But the Cowboys, their offense looked terrible last week. I think I like the Cowboys, obviously, to bounce back in this one. The Jags seemingly can't string together 2 good games in a row.
It's a lot of teams.
So, betting-wise, I'm really liking the Cowboys in this one. I think the Jags...
McCaffrey with the reception and keep the 2-minute drill going.
Yeah. So, I like the Jags to kind of, come back down to earth and the Cowboys to get back to, being pretty good. But I am going to sprinkle a little bit on ETN. I just like the volume he's getting, and I think he's too talented to stay down.
Right. He is playing pretty well right now.
Well, he's been playing bad. I'm just saying he's too good.
This season.
Yeah, I think he's just too good to keep playing this bad. Oh, wow. Deep shot.
Deep shot. Flag. Personal foul.
Roughing the passer. Oh,
No.
something else.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
Wow.
Late hit out of bounds.
So this is really realistic.
The Niners have the ball at the 13 with a chance.
Huge.
To
Absolutely massive.
So why don't we move into Kansas City, Houston?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's right.
I think oh boy is absolutely right. Did you hear that the Texans, guess what they are sticking with? The dual quarterback system of Jeff Driscoll and Davis Mills.
That is something.
I don't even know.
Lovie Smith is an interesting guy.
Touchdown Niners, Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's certainly a strategy. Not a good one.
No.
It is certainly a strategy.
But it could be fun. Kind of.
It will be.
It'll probably be more fun than watching either of them
That was
play by
crap.
themselves.
I
Yeah.
agree. I can agree with that.
That was a great catch. Yeah, so I like Pacheco in this game.
Yeah.
McKinnon is the receiving back. Pacheco, it feels like they kind of feed him once they get the lead and want to run out the clock.
Right.
I think he's getting a lot of touches in this game. What?
He runs hard.
He runs real hard. It's very confusing because he wears Tyreek's number, so I expect him to be fast, but he runs hard. Yeah, simple enough on that one. I mean, it's over 76.5. That's pretty high, but I just see him kind of gashing the Texans. I mean, it's just, the Chiefs kind of had a sloppy game against the Broncos, so I think they're going to look sharper this week. The Texans, I think, probably played the best game they possibly could last week. There's zero chance they can do that again.
Right. There's a reason they have 1 week.
Yeah.
So, Cardinals, Broncos, I like the under in this game.
Yeah, this is a gross game. We're getting full-on Colt McCoy experience right now.
Yeah, this is just totally brutal.
The Colt McCoy experience is not fun for anyone.
No.
I don't think that Russell is going to play, so it seems like we're getting the Brett Ripien experience.
Oh.
So we're getting Ripien McCoy. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
heinous.
Let's move on.
Pats Raiders, another. What is the NFL
Well, no,
doing?
this is a revenge game. McDaniels.
It's still like a brutal game. And Bill Belichick
yeah.
has a history of absolutely destroying his assistants.
Yeah, so this is probably going to be bad, I would think.
Yeah, I like the Patriots in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like the Patriots. It's really tough to say. Both these teams are pretty bad, but sometimes look good if they're like clicking.
Right.
Like the Raiders offense, when they're actually playing the way they're supposed to, looks good.
What's Geno's overpassing total?
I don't know, but he's going to
probably
hammer it.
Yeah, he already has.
He's going to hammer it. I mean, do we think that this 49ers defense is fraudulent?
No, but like everyone has a bad week.
Yeah, that's fair. It's absolutely fair.
And Thursday night, like the Seahawks have a history of beating up on that division too.
Yeah. I mean, they're moving the ball with ease. Absolute ease.
Yeah, they really are. There's a minute left. They haven't used any timeouts. They have over 200 yards of offense in the first half.
Yeah. I don't know. Any more thoughts on this Patriots?
I'm really pissed off at the NFL
Why?
for the schedule and the slate of games they've delivered us this week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think that it's like there's much they can do about it. Like before the season, I know, but like before the season, all these games sounded good. Not all of them, but a lot of them seemed like they would be like solid matchups.
I mean, Cardinals Broncos, yeah. You know, Steelers Panthers isn't going to be good. You know, Lions Jets.
The Falcons Saints.
Lions Jets was probably like, oh, this is going to be a shit game. That's actually probably one of the more exciting games of the week. Falcons Saints shitter. Eagles,
no, but that's a divisional matchup.
Right, like Eagles Bears.
Fine.
Dolphins Bills divisional matchup. Browns Ravens divisional matchup. Colts Vikings they thought would probably be good.
Yeah.
Niners Seahawks they thought would suck because everyone thought Seattle would suck.
Exactly. But actually ended up being kind of good.
Right. There's
Bengals Bucks should have been really good.
The Rams Packers game this week was the beginning of the year. They were like, oh wow, this is going to be elite.
They just got screwed by the season. Yeah. That's the simplest way to put it.
They screwed themselves. They played themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's head into the Titans Chargers game. I like Derrick Henry to literally go off.
I have written down right here, Derrick Henry. No need to overthink this.
Yeah. Touchdown,
over rushing yards. It's only 92.5.
The Titans lost to the Jaguars last week, and Derrick Henry had 2 rushing yards in the second half.
Yeah. 2. They're going to be feeding him.
Yeah.
And the Chargers rush defense.
He had over 100 yards in the first half.
Yeah. He's going to eat.
He really is.
I mean, the Chargers actually are looking a little feisty right now, but here's what I think.
They beat the Dolphins.
They beat the Dolphins. They're going to win this game. Didn't they win the game before the Dolphins too?
I want to say they're 7-5 now.
Yeah, so I think they're on a bit of a little streak here. They beat the Titans this week at home, and it's a close game. You know, they get it done despite Tractor Cito running over them. Guess where they play next week?
Where?
Indianapolis.
Oh, God.
Monday Night Football. They're losing that game 100% of the time.
Oh, God. Do you want to go?
Maybe. But that's like the biggest trap game of all time. They're losing that.
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to that. No chance I would ever want to go to that.
Maybe means no.
I would not want to view that.
So from the unviewable game next Monday night to a potentially unviewable game this Sunday, we've got the Giants and the Commanders, which last time finished in finished in a 2020 tie.
Yes, a lot on the line here.
This will have some major implications
for the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean this will be a feisty game.
There should be 2 wins on the line here.
It should be. It really should be.
They should just tie again.
If they tied again, that would be unbelievable. That'd be historic.
Awesome.
Historic.
Has that ever happened?
I doubt that. I don't even think it's possible.
9 seconds on the clock.
Yeah. The Giants have looked terrible. Like truly awful.
The last few weeks they've
just horrible.
Been stumbling.
Yeah. Not sure how it gets much worse. They look terrible. Like really, really horrible. I mean, they got smoked by the Eagles. They could have lost by like 100 if the Eagles kept their foot on the gas.
Well, the Eagles look like they're not slowing down.
Yeah, they look fast.
Right, like everyone was expecting them to, pump the brakes a little.
Hit a speed bump somewhere along the way.
They haven't.
No teams have had 2 ties in the same season.
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
Doesn't look likely, but I really want it to happen.
I agree with you.
I hope it does happen.
Yeah.
So from the Giants-Commanders divisional matchup, we got the Bengals and the Buccaneers, Burrow and Brady.
Yeah.
What do we like?
I like Burrow over 265.5. He's been clicking recently. His receiver's a little banged up. This line's a little lower than usual. I think he delivers. He wants to show off in front of Brady. I mean,
Everyone does.
I have written right here. Tampa Bay reeling. Bengals are rolling. Burrow looks like a young Brady, and he wants to show off.
Tampa Bay reeling. Bengals are rolling.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Burrow's balling.
That's right. And then I like Jamar Chase over 80.5 yards.
I like that too. I would love for that to happen.
I mean, it feels like all of their other receivers have some sort of random injury, and he's somehow healthy
like
despite
Higgins,
just being injured.
Higgins, the hamstring. Boyd is out.
Yeah. Hurst is out.
Yeah.
Mixon is still working his way back from the
27.5.
hockey. Yeah, I think Jamar Chase, he's going to have the laser on him. Joe Burrow will.
Right.
He's going to be focused on funneling targets.
Jamar over 7.5 receptions.
Yeah. I like that as well.
8 receptions.
8 receptions,
100
81 yards. You're pretty electric. Pretty electric.
Yeah. So now the last game of the week, we got Monday Night Football, and this is actually going to be my hammer play of. So for this game, my hammer play is Baker Mayfield over a half of interceptions.
Yeah, I think that's a great hammer play.
I am officially over the Baker train. I think that was a one and done experience. You know, he was what he did was great, and it was impressive how he came in on 2 days and learned the playbook and won a game. But I don't think it's happening again.
I think you're probably right. I totally agree with that entire analysis, basically. But what if he's good?
What
if he's actually good?
That would suck.
What if he's a dog?
Like, what if
mean,
McVay turns him into a dog?
What are the chances Baker's the starting quarterback for the Rams next year if he finishes out the season strong?
Not zero at all. What if Stafford just retires?
I don't think he's going to retire.
Why wouldn't you?
They gave up so many first-round picks for him.
Yeah, but if he can't feel his legs, and he
He
already
should.
won a Super Bowl,
Right.
I would retire.
Right.
He's already
He
rich.
should lean towards it.
He lives in LA. Like, I would retire. Like, it's easy.
Yeah, he's had
Let Baker take over.
Right.
Let
He's had a
Baker
good enough
cook.
career to just be like.
But I'm with you. I do think that this is probably a come back down to earth game. Seems unlikely that, we stay with the highs of last week with Baker.
Right.
Seems like there's going to be more lows than highs the rest of the way.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, do we think Aaron Rodgers is playing this game, or are we getting a little love?
I think we might get some love.
I think there might be some love in the air on that night.
I think there will be.
Yeah.
So that's all I've got. That's honestly all I've got.
That's all we've got.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm excited for this week. I mean,
many
nobody
good
buys.
games. Yeah, not that many good games, no buys. Everyone's playing, so it is a good fantasy week. But
That's how it goes. I feel like whenever we think there's no good games, that's when it surprises us, and there's a million good games.
yeah,
I
I guess we'll see what happens. I will be taking my favorite bet, which is every team to throw a passing touchdown.
Has it ever hit?
No.
Interesting.
So we are going to play it until it does.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, that's all we've got.
So, yeah. Peace.